You're listening to SayconTalks with Saycon Sengbloh. Hello. This is Saycon Sengbloh. Yes, it is me. I'm back, y'all. And this is the final episode of season 1 of SayconTalks. You know, my podcast is new and growing. And so I'm not even sure whether it really matters or not, but I decided to do a new, tweak my branding a little bit, tweak my logo, tweak the picture. And it's 2020. And so I just wanted to go ahead and start off with something new. And the first episode of the new season is going to be from an interview that I did with actress and acting career coach Christine Horn. But right now, I want to talk about adulting. Adulting, y'all. They say adulting is hard. Right now, I am sipping out of my beautiful SayconTalks cup, which I love so much. You can get one online. You can order it. I am having chai tea. And you guys, I can't even front. This is the real deal chai. It's called Spice Walla. It's a chai masala blend. You mix it with a black tea. I actually mixed it with another chai, so it might be just extra chai'd out. And those of my listeners who call all of their tea chai. Sorry for the double chai tea chai tea. They're always, people will hit me in the DM and say, oh, I love that you just say chai, because when Americans say chai tea, it's redundant because the word chai means tea. Anyway, that's what I'm sipping on. It's giving me that warm, cozy feeling this January night. It's late January. My intentions were to get this to you guys sooner, but I am filming a movie. And I've also been cranking up my YouTube channel a lot more. So hope to see you guys on YouTube, and I hope to see you sipping some chai.
Follow Saycon Sengbloh on Twitter. Like Saycon Sengbloh on Facebook.
So yeah, let me take a nice little sip. This tea was very hot when I first started up. Very hot. You guys can hear that clink, clink. That's how you know I'm hypnotizing you. I always, ever since I seen that movie Get Out, I cannot help but think about the hypnotizing mother-in-law whenever I stir my tea. Let me take a sip. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's very hot though, so I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. Y'all, I remixed this tea. It's a little bit of some chai that I had yesterday. And then, of course, I bought my own box. So I'm excited to enjoy that. You guys, today I want to talk about adulting. Adulting is hard. Did anybody tell you it would be like this? Mama said there'd be days like this. There'd be days like this, my mama said. Now, let me preface this whole topic with the fact that I absolutely understand that in 2020, with everything that we have at our hands, we are at our disposal. Is that the word? At our disposal. With everything that we have, you know, we always hear those stories where our grandma or granddad would say, oh, I'll walk 5 miles every day just to get to school, you know, and or in my case, I remember talking to an actor. He used to play on Mad Men. I remember seeing him during pilot season. Many of you may or may not know I'm an actress, and I was out in LA pilot season, and I saw this actor. I can't think of his name. Yes, okay. His name was Phil Lamar. So I saw him at this pilot audition, and I was like, oh, I love your work. You're so funny. And he was like, how long you been in LA? And I was like, oh, I just been here like a week or so, just hitting pilot season. And he's like, oh man, so you learning the city pretty well? You driving around? And I said, I'm going to get a car next week. I'm catching Uber this week. And he was like, Uber? Ha ha ha. He basically said to me, in my day, you had to get a map out and figure out how to get to the next audition. on time in LA traffic in my day, So of course, when we make any complaints saying that adulting is hard, every generation has it different, and you'll have someone in a whole nother generation that'll say, a black guy on the comedy show? What? In my day, the black person was the maid, like there's always something worse. But I am just coming from my own perspective. I'm just coming from my own perspective of managing life in this modern world. So in this modern world, as an adult, you're expected to do a lot of things. And a lot of things that you are expected to do as an adult are not necessarily talked about. You may learn them in school, you may not. You may learn them from your parents, you may not. You may learn them from some type of mentor, you may not. But damn it, if you don't better catch on. If you didn't figure it out, you better figure it out, because nobody's waiting on you to figure it out. And it's been really interesting. The thing that I see so interesting in this career of mine as an actor is that at the same time that it looks so glossy, so shiny, so exciting, the dresses, the outfits, the hairstyles, the red carpet, now in this social media world where everybody's taking a picture to look like this and to look like that. And I mean, if people smell you and they like, that smells like some perfume that came out 10 years ago. I mean, people are judging what kind of perfume you got on out in these streets, okay? This whole era of being an actor is one thing, but even a person who's not in the entertainment business is in some ways expected to present this glamour life. I listened to a lot of Gary Vee, and he made a comment, because some people are really against social media, saying that, people are so fake and people are just stuck in their phones. And he said, he begged to differ, to say that people actually are working out more or doing more, they're getting out more, doing more exciting things because they're doing it for the gram. They go out and they say, oh, we're going to go to this museum event, or we're going to go to the gym or whatever, so that they can show all their workout clips on social media. So there is that thing that encourages you to sort of present your best, or to look nice, or to, to work on something really dope just so that you can impress your friends. But the side of it that nobody talks about until we see somebody on TV, until we see Willie Nelson or Wesley Snipes or whomever, until we see a celebrity arrested, the thing they don't talk about is taxes and money. Nobody tells you that if you are doing something other than working a 9-to-5, you got to pay a lot of attention to your taxes and pay a lot of attention to your money. That's something that I pride myself on taking the time to do, whether I get a little help, get somebody to help me with the organizing of it or not. It's something I really pride myself on doing. But in the midst of shooting a film or shooting a television show, and then on top of that, because this job only lasts but a few months, still having to audition for the next job and look for the next opportunity, and maintain your health and wellness, and maintain your household. You still on top of that every year, January, February, you're preparing, because in April those taxes, they're due. And the thing that a lot of people who want to be actors, or who are just beginning actors, or who may have been acting for a long time but may not have had a multitude of jobs because they've been doing their survival work and being able to, pay for their lives doing things outside of entertainment. The thing a lot of them don't realize is that when you work for a bunch of different companies, you're going to get a lot of 1099s and W-2s at the end of the year. And there are people who don't even know what that is. How about that? Do you know what a 1099 is? Do you know what a W-2 is? Do you know what a tax ID number is? Do you know what a sole proprietorship is? Do you know what what a corporation is? Do you know what an LLC is? One of the things I see all the time right now is everybody thinks that LLC stands for Limited Liability Corporation. But no, it does not. It stands for Limited Liability Company. Everybody's really excited and quick to want to call themselves a CEO, to call themselves an entrepreneur, to start a company, to start a business. But man, oh man, are you ready for the details that it takes to maintain that thing and make it happen? Whenever I see certain celebrities on television or in interviews, or I hear them, or, they're on the radio, I'm always thinking to myself, man, they really are so relaxed. And I realized one of the main reasons I was thinking, man, I said, look at Oprah. She's so relaxed. She got like 8 companies, but she's so relaxed. Or I'll see Diddy. I'm like, he got like 8 companies, but he's so relaxed. Like, Oprah's got a network with multiple television series on it. And she's got the Angel Network. And she used to have the big television show. And she has her deal with Weight Watchers. And she's got her tea deals and her favorite things and her books and her, this and that. And I'm like, how is she so relaxed? And it's because she has people that work with her, people that work for her to help her run her business, people that she has to trust to help her run her business. That's how she stays so relaxed. Let me tell you guys, being an actor that is in the transition of having more time taken up by the actual act of acting, it's quite a transition to allow yourself to have help, especially when you are used to doing things yourself. You're used to handling things yourself. You don't want nobody in your business. You don't want nobody in your bank account. You don't want nobody, in your house, in your sock drawer, seeing what you keep in your sock drawer. You know what I mean? But like, when your career starts to go into a certain place where, you get up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work, to be sitting in hair and makeup at 5:30, to have a rehearsal at 6:30, 7 o'clock, to be filming a full-fledged fight scene at 8 a.m. And you're doing that all day, and you finish at 8 o'clock and you're spent. And now you want to actually figure out how to, do some tax receipts. If you have a husband or a wife at home, or you have children at home, then you've gotten home and it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and now you have to be a parent, or now you have to be a spouse, or now you have to be a lover after you've worked all those hours. And you say you want to run a business. Are you ready to dedicate that time? Are you ready to dedicate that level of time to your craft all day? And can you then still handle your business at the same time? Adulting is hard. Follow Saycon Sengbloh on Instagram. Follow Vintage Pop Soul on Instagram. And follow SayconTalks on Instagram. I'm going to have a little sip of tea. You guys, when you make a decision to start something new, there's a level of fearlessness that is involved in that, because you can't really worry about whether oh Lord, you guys, I'm tongue-tied, and I'm not going to edit that out. You can't really worry about what other people think. And that's been one of the hardest things for me, because I've been so politically correct all my life. I've been definitely a people pleaser all of my life. The youngest child, parents who argued when I was a kid. Like, you just want everybody to be happy. You want things to be peaceful. And so to fight against that nature, to be super nice and super sweet and always say the right thing, has been work for me. So you'll see in the upcoming season, you'll see me talking about tougher topics and really just going there a lot more and just keeping it a lot more real. I worked really hard to stop cursing. I curse like a sailor, you guys. You'll notice I don't curse on this podcast because I'm trying to not mess up my issues with, not mess up my opportunities with any types of sponsorships. But naturally, as sweet as I am, I used to curse like something else. But in thinking about business and running a business and being an adult, I realized I don't have to use adult language to be an adult. So yeah, really thinking about coming home and then kicking into your second job, which is being with your family. And then on top of that, say you're trying to start something new, start a business or write a book or, write new songs or whatever it is you're doing. There's always going to be a side of your life that suffers. I remember reading some interviews with Shonda Rhimes and her talking about how she felt as a mother and running this company, Chamberlain, and having all these TV shows, that when she was doing the show, she was always missing out on something. If she was with her cast, she was missing out on something with her girls. If she was with her girls, she was missing out on something with one of her shows. And having to finally just make the decision to be okay with it and to just have an understanding that it just is what it is. And I think she eventually wrote a book about it. I think she wrote a book about saying yes or saying no. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so I had to pull that up real quick. This part of adulting, again, is easier than our forefathers because we have the internet. We can just look stuff up. So Shonda Rhimes wrote a book called Year of Yes. And she talks about how saying yes changed her life. So I know I've seen her do some interviews where she was talking about, the topic that I'm talking about right now, the adulting of it all, the trying to have a family and running a huge business and dealing with networks and personalities and, having to answer to people, but also having to run a business and all of that. And she wrote this book about the Year of Yes and how she, was learning to manage that. I actually personally had to have a year of no because I was so nice, always committing myself. I have a great voice. I don't sing as often as I have not been singing as often as I will be this coming year and in the years to come, because I took a break from singing to focus on the acting. But I had to have a year or two of saying no. People get you at a party and corner you in the corner and say, hey, can you sing at this little thing we're doing? And the thing pays no money. But they expect you to look like $1 million. And then you go get your hair done and get a fabulous gown and take a car service there. And there you go. You turn around and you spend all this money and you sang and they're happy. And then they go home. And then you go home by yourself thinking, man, I spent a whole lot of money to be at that event. These are the growing pains of an artist. That's why you'll see a lot of artists nowadays when people say, oh, come do this thing. It'll get you a lot of exposure. Artists will be like, kiss my ass about exposure. You can expose these nuts, as they might say. But for me, taking a year of saying no was something that helped me with my adulting. It helped me to better be able to manage, because time management is such a huge part of this. I would call myself moderately neat, moderately organized. I want everything in my world to be set up perfectly, and I like clear, clean spaces. So even if I'm doing a lot, if I'm super busy, I try to always make up my bed so that I'll see that clean, flat space, or, try to keep my desk clear before, when I finish working at the end of the day. I can honestly say that my desire to have things be organized and neat around me can affect my adulting in the acting world. If there's a lot of chaos around me, I have a hard time focusing in on the task at hand. I can be really distracted, and being on a set or being backstage in a Broadway show or on a set for a film or a TV project. There's so much going on. So many people with so many different agendas who are focused on different jobs, and your only job that they want you to focus on when you're on set is your acting. That's all they want you to focus on. They just want you to focus on that. And I'll have so many wonderful stories to tell you guys once this movie comes out. Right now, I'm keeping it under wraps. I'm taking all kinds of great pictures, and I told one of our producers, I keep it in the vault. So when it's ready, I'm going to be talking about a lot of that stuff. But one thing that I can say that is the same on every role I've been on is trying to maintain the balance of my personal life adulting and working on my acting in previous times has always been a bit of a challenge. Because during the beginning stages of a project, during the beginning stages of a play, you're expected to really focus and be, memorizing a lot of materials. You're working with new people. Think about this. You 9-to-5ers, there may be some person at your job, that you don't get along with, but you have sort of found your routine, figured out how to avoid them at the coffee machine and make it work, right? But imagine being an actor and every few months you're with a whole new set of people and you may or may not get along with them. You can't even figure out a routine. You can't figure out how to avoid them because you may have to kiss them in the project or something. Somebody that you don't even like, you might have to kiss them because that's what's written in the script and that's what you signed up to do. I think people think about the glamour of it because they say, they look up, they see Brad Pitt, they see Michael B. Jordan, Denzel Washington, they say, oh, I want to kiss him. Oh, he's great, right? But they don't think about all the in-between, where, you might have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or partner at home who's like, I don't want you to kiss that person. And now you're going to work dreading you're going to have to kiss the person. And your spouse is going to ask you about it when you get back home later on that day. There's so many little idiosyncrasies to adulting in this entertainment business. And this is me talking about it from the clean and sober lifestyle type of person. As you guys can see, my spiciest moment might be having a fabulous cup of tea. I'm not a big drinker. I'm not a big person with, regarding taking things or whatever. So I'm functioning in this life, adulting, like, drug free, right? So imagine people who have like different addictions and whatnot, and they're trying to maintain their life, maintain their career, adult, raise their kids, have some type of addiction, try to stay in shape, try to look good, try to deal with their health concerns. Like, there's so many things that happen in this life, and entertainers are expected to smile and, keep it pretty, keep it nice, unless you're like a brooding male actors. I will say that the business is a little sexist in that side of adulting, and that a brooding, dark male actor can show up and be super moody and dreary, and nobody has a problem with it. With women, specifically with young women, they sort of expect you to be smiley, happy, bubbly, and go on about your business. Boy, there'll be some stories. I have some stories to tell. I mean, I will be telling more of these stories over the course of this podcast and getting into season 2. I'll be having some more guests on, and I'll be posting a lot more often. But for now, I really want people to take a look at my YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, you can see me with vlogs behind the scenes from the shows I'm working on, behind the scenes of my adulting. And also you'll see me go live from time to time and have my cup of tea. You can sit there with me and watch me make the tea or juice or whatever it is I'm making, and just kind of hang out with me, chill with me, unwind with me, and, process your thoughts of the day. I must say that I'm recording this episode 2 days after we lost our beloved Kobe Bryant and the other 8 people who were 8 friends of his daughter, one person, Gianni, I believe, and 7 other friends, family members, people who were family to each other, who passed away on a helicopter flight, going to a little league basketball tournament for his daughter. And man, it took my breath away. Someone sent a text to me to say, and it was a clip online saying that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash, and I immediately thought it was a joke. To see this man so young, still so young at 41, who a lot of us, my age range, he's right up there with me. I remember, we all remember when he took Brandy to the prom, and then when he got married, like a couple years later, everybody thought he was too young. And we look back and I see how marriage and family was so important to him. He's got his beautiful wife. He's got his God rest his soul. His 4 girls, a new baby that was just born last year. And to see how important family was to him. He's a person who, man, when you know, with his name being so up there right now with everyone talking about him, there's so many videos where you see he's an example of someone who got adulting right. He would get up at 4 a.m. and do a workout and then go relax and chill, spend time with his family, do another workout at 9 a.m., relax, enjoy his family, do another workout at 12 p.m. I've seen these great interviews where he talked about even the reason he would take helicopters was so that he could spend more quality time with his family. And I think timing and time is something that people don't think about in that way. People will absolutely devote time to working out so that they can look hot, or they will devote time to going to work or doing the things they need to do for work. But a lot of reasons why relationships don't last is because these two people come together and no one wants to decide to make time for each other, make time to spend time together. You know, adulting is hard. Making time for your loved ones, or even, how about this, making time for yourself. Self-care. You guys are going to hear me screaming about self-care constantly. Self-care. I don't want to scream. I'm in this hotel room. I don't need nobody coming knocking down my door to see what's wrong. But that part, yeah, that part. Self-care. Because you are no good to anyone else if you don't take care of yourself. You know that whole thing when you get on a plane and they tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself first? You know, they're explaining, you know, if you have a person who's dependent upon you, a child or someone who needs your help, or, you know, you understand how things go first. You can be, oh, I'm a mother. I want to put the oxygen on my child first. You put the oxygen on the child, and now the child is alive and wiggling and don't know how to fix nothing, don't know how to help pack up everything so that we can escape. You have to put the oxygen mask on the adult first, put the oxygen mask on you first. Then you put the oxygen mask on others. Then you help others. Then you can make your plans and move forward and make things happen. But self-care is a big part of adulting that a lot of us forget to do. I try to remind myself to do it. One of the main reasons I have to remind myself is because I find myself in situations where I have to literally, because of my career, repeat the same actions over and over again. Like, oh, and now we're going to run up the stairs, or, oh, now we're going to run down the street, or now you're going to have a fight scene with a gun. You know, when you're playing cops, or, you know, a woman that's running, screaming for her life. You know, in regular life, if something like that happened, it only happens at one time. But in the acting world, you got to do it over and over again. And now you're thinking about your knee. You know, did you hurt your knee? Did you hit something? Did you scratch yourself? You know, of course, these are champagne problems compared to someone who actually might be running from something or needing help. But all of these things, the self-care, the time management, the family time management, the loved one or a partner, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that management, that stuff is important. Adulting is hard. How can you make it easy for yourself? You are listening to SayconTalks. Thanks for your support. Take a moment to play around on the anchor.fm site. See where you can make a donation to help support this podcast and others like it. I really appreciate you. Take some time to listen to my music or find out a little bit more about me. And please look out for and support me in my film Respect, coming out later this year in 2020. Happy New Year, everybody. Hey y'all, it's me, Saycon. Take some time and visit the Saycon store, SayconStore.com. You'll see my SayconTalks merch, t-shirts, coffee or tea mugs, and just things that go along with my vibe. Some t-shirts with my music lyrics even. Please support. Visit SayconStore.com. Hey, what's up, SayconTalks listeners? Don't forget to search Saycon or search Saycon Sengbloh to hear my music. Download it, play it, stream it Enjoy it. Please support. Thanks again for listening.
Honeywax.